Hi guys! I'm back again, it's Claire. Today I'm going to talk about how and why I started nursing. So let's start with why. So basically I wanted to be a nurse for as long as I can remember, since I was about 8. My mum's a nurse, my granddad was a psychiatric nurse, my mum's a sister. It just runs in the family, so I always kind of was fascinated with what they did, but I never thought I could actually do that as well. And then it wasn't until I think called transition year, which we have in Ireland. It's kind of like a gap year between junior cert and leaving cert, so the equivalent of GCSEs and A-levels. We kind of have a year where we can try out jobs that we think we might like going forward when we're older. So I went to a hospital in Dublin for I think a week, and I just like fell in love with the hospital setting, and I came home to my mum and I was like, I don't want to work anywhere else, like it's amazing. Also, the reason why, a really big reason, was when my granddad was really ill. He was in ICU when I was at 11, and because I was so young and he was so poorly, they wouldn't let me into the ICU, and I just remember feeling like really helpless, and I was like, I never want to feel like that again. So that was another reason. That was earlier than when I went to the hospital, but that was when I was in the hospital. I was like, if I do this training, I actually can help people instead of just feeling helpless. So that was kind of why I got into nursing. And then when I was in school, I went to secondary school in Dublin. I realised that the points, so to get into nursing actually was quite hard in Ireland, and it was super competitive because just a lot of people want to become nurses, and it increasingly got higher and higher points every year. So I wanted to become a nurse but didn't think I could get the grades in school for it. But my guidance counsellor and everything in school assured me that I could, and if not, there was always a way I could do nursing. So this gets me on to how I did nursing. So I was in my last year of secondary school in Dublin, and my grades were doing okay, and then we had my mock exams, so which is before the actual leaving cert, equivalent of A-levels. You have a mock run, so it doesn't count for anything, but they're the exact same kind of exams you'll be having, the same layout, the same timing, to just get you used to what it's like to actually do that exam in the hall with like everyone around you in a really serious environment. So they went okay, but I didn't get enough to get nursing in my mocks. So then I worked extremely hard, and then my final exams came around, and when I got my results I was devastated, because I was like, I think a third of a grade off, or like really little off, getting into Trinity College in Dublin to do nursing, which was like my dream to do. So obviously I was devastated, didn't know what to do. I was like, I'm giving up. And then on my offer day, so the day you get your offers for university, I got offered not nursing but like a food science course and something else, but I just really didn't want to do them. Like, I had my heart set on nursing. So I declined both of those offers, even though they probably would have given me a good career. It's just not what I wanted to do. So I'd always recommend following what you originally wanted to do, and if you have that dream, to like not let go of that, because that's definitely what I did. I didn't let go of that dream, and look at me now. So I'll explain the rest of the story. So I got those offers, declined them, and then I was like, I'm not repeating, because I don't think I'll probably get the same grades, because I worked so hard to get those grades. So I was like, I really don't think I can do any better physically. Like, I put everything I had into those exams and I didn't make it. So I was like, repeating's not really an option, because that's also a year out of my life that would just be repeating exams I've already done. So I decided that I was going to do pre-nursing course, which was like, it's the equivalent here of I think you call them access courses. This is a pre-nursing access kind of course, and it was in like a college, so not a university course, but it was still you got a certificate afterwards, so that was really good. So me and I think 5 other girls in my year were in the exact same boat, so we all didn't get nursing. So we all decided to go to this pre-nursing course in a place called Dundrum in Dublin, and we actually had an amazing time together. We all supported each other. We all wanted to do nursing in the end, so we were using this Access course as a way into nursing. So some of the girls from the Access course got into Ireland and stayed in Ireland, and then a lot of us, I think over half of us, moved abroad. So this is where me being in Southampton comes into it. So I finished my Access course and we did 12 modules in that year, so it was quite intense, but they were a lot lower standard than university standard. So in order to get into Dublin, we had to get 12 distinctions, which I actually managed to get, but because there was such a demand for nurses in Dublin, they can only take a certain amount of people. So I was left with my 12 distinctions, an Access course I'd done, and not got into nursing in Dublin. So I was like, what am I going to do now? I'm in such limbo. So I decided to apply to UCAS, and this is when I thought about coming to England. I was like, this is actually, an opportunity. And I actually had a girl who was in third year, who's actually one of my good friends now, Sophie, and she was actually in Southampton University, but the year above. So when I was in first year, she was in second year, and now I'm in second year, she's in third year. So it was really nice to have someone from my same secondary school who did the same pre-nursing course end up being in a place I wanted to be. So I remember talking to her about it, being like, do you think I should come? What do you think I should do? And she was like, I'd say go for it. So I applied to Southampton, I applied to Edinburgh, I applied to 2 in London, and I managed to get the interviews and got accepted to the places I wanted to go. And then me and my mum decided we'd come and visit all the universities and see which one I liked best since I had the offers. So we went around, and then I put Southampton as my first choice, and I think Edinburgh as my backup. So on results day, not results day because I already had my leaving cert, during the interviews I got a conditional offer, the one where you're automatically in, so that was really good. So I knew I could go to Southampton. So this is when it became really real, and I was off to Southampton. So during that summer I was actually in Canada, so when I found out I got in Southampton, I was halfway across the world. So when I got back from Canada, I was only back in Dublin for 2 weeks, and then I had to pack my bags, and I didn't have to, I wanted to, and moved to Southampton. But I think the good thing about that was I didn't have much time to think about going. I just was like, I'm doing this, pack my bags and let's go. And I didn't have time to dwell on it. While I know a lot of people, especially in England, finish their A-levels and then they have 3 months to think about, going to uni and worry about it, while I had less than 2 weeks to properly think about it. And during that time I was getting everything packed up and organised, so I didn't really think about it. I just want to say I'm very happy with my decision. I love this university and would highly recommend it to anybody who's thinking about coming here. So that's basically the story of how and why I started nursing. If you're a student nurse like me too, I'd love to hear your story. So leave it down in the comments section and I can read it and we can talk about our stories. Thank you so much for listening. Bye guys!